Hi dear students, a fantastic welcome to the class of 𝗲𝗵𝗴𝗿. Myself Dr. 𝗵𝗵𝗺 and I am taking your pediatrics class. Now the topic of discussion in hepatobiliary and pancreatic system for today is going to be your Crigler-Najjar syndrome. Now Crigler-Najjar syndrome, people call it as a CNS thing, okay, CNS Crigler-Najjar syndrome. So Crigler-Najjar syndrome is of two types, and in order to understand Crigler-Najjar syndrome, let me take some help of this beautiful table. My dear friends, please understand that you have got hemoglobin. The hemoglobin is going to get broken down into heme and globin, and then this heme part is going to go and form the biliverdin. This biliverdin is going to get converted into bilirubin, and this bilirubin with the albumin, actually it's unconjugated, but unconjugated albumin bound complex is going to the liver, okay. And there in the liver it is going to get catalyzed by enzyme UGT-A1, that is UDP-glucuronosyltransferase A1, and it gets converted into conjugated bilirubin, okay. So what happens is that this UDP-glucuronosyltransferase A1, so UGT-A1, let me just write it, UGT-A1, UDP-glucuronosyltransferase A1 can be decreased, okay, the levels can be decreased or it can be even absent. UDP-glucuronosyltransferase 1, the levels might decrease and the levels might be absent. So if the levels are decreased, this is Crigler-Najjar syndrome 1 and 2, but if these are absent, then this is going to be Gilbert. My dear children, don't remember it, okay. So I make some mnemonics to make you remember this, that the C and D are coming together in alphabets, that is in Crigler-Najjar syndrome it is decreased. So because it is decreased, there is reduction in the activity of UGT1A1. So what happens in Crigler-Najjar syndrome? We give the phototherapy to the child, and once the child is getting phototherapy is going to make it in an isomer which is water soluble, and it is going to come in the urine. It is going to come where? In the urine, okay. So this is how the Crigler-Najjar syndrome works. So what happens in Crigler-Najjar? Okay, mind you, all the hepatobiliary pancreatic abnormalities, be it Dubin-Johnson, Rotter's, Gilbert's, Crigler-Najjar, everything is going to be, and Dubin-Johnson autosomal recessive. So what happens in type 1? There is complete absence of bilirubin UGT enzyme, okay. There is complete absence of bilirubin UGT enzyme. Actually, see, understand, of course in Gilbert also there is absence of UGT-A1. In Crigler-Najjar 1 also there is absence, but in Crigler-Najjar 2 there is what? There is partial deficiency. Why? Because there is a point mutation of bilirubin UGT. This is a point mutation, so there is a partial deficiency which is going to be there in 2, okay. So what happens in 1? 1 is none, okay. So 1 is equal to none. None means it is complete absence of bilirubin UGT enzyme, whereas in 2 there is deficiency. There is what? Deficiency, okay. So di means what? Di means 2. So enzyme activity is absent in 1, it is reduced in 2. In both of the cases the hyperbilirubinemia is there, and that's to unconjugated. That's to which type? Unconjugated. In type 1 it may either reach to 20 to 25 and it is approximately 20 or 8 to 18 in case of type 2. So what is going to happen in both of these? See, in 1 there is complete absence, so there is a lot of unconjugated bilirubin. It is that much that can even go to brain and can cause kernicterus, but this is in case of CNS type 2, it's a mild jaundice, asymptomatic. There is no kernicterus which is going to happen. Now, please understand, if you don't transplant, if you don't do the liver transplant, it is fatal in infancy or childhood, okay. Either you give intensive phototherapy or exchange transfusion, that you can do. Exchange transfusion means that you are getting rid of the blood which is rich in bilirubin and taking the fresh blood, that is exchange transfusion. And even intensive phototherapy you can do. But my dear children, the important part is that liver transplant is actually required, okay. So for acute cases, plasmapheresis can be done, that means getting rid of the bilirubin rich blood, but then in the end the curative, the permanent cure is the liver transplant, okay, liver transplant. Whereas in the case where you have got your CNS type 2, Crigler-Najjar type 2. Phenobarbital. Okay, so phenobarbital is actually something which is responsible for inducing the UDP-glucuronosyltransferase, because some amount is there, you give the bilirubin, you give the phenobarbital, it is going to stimulate the maximum amount, whatever is available, the maximum will be stimulated, and of course the bilirubin is going to be decreased. And one more thing, please understand that usually the supportive care is something that we are supposed to give to the people who are suffering from Crigler-Najjar type 2, and transplant is something which is rarely needed. Transplant is something which is needed, but it is needed rarely. So thank you so much guys for being with me and studying Crigler-Najjar syndrome.